Hey everyone, it's Cheryl from Cheryl's Creations. Oh my goodness, what a whirlwind couple of weeks I have had. Lots going on. I do have some finished projects to show you, but holy cow, I kept thinking last week, I gotta get a video done. I gotta get a video done. And you know what? It just didn't happen. Um, and then I had my grandkids for 4 days. I had my grandkids from a Sunday to Thursday. It's the first time I've had all three of them for that long, for quite some time. And it was actually kind of fun. They were very good. Um, I lived next door to the city park, so they got to go swimming. They rode their bikes. They played in the splash pad. They went to the park. I went to work and my husband was home with them. So, but no, just kidding. Um, but they had a great time. They found a little bit of independence because the way my house is set up, they were in one of the upstairs bedrooms. They've never been upstairs, and not had, parents or somebody right there. So they enjoyed being able to come up, I'm upstairs. So, to come up here and do what they want to do and then come back down and run back up. And so they had a really good time and I enjoyed having them. And they were just so sweet. And we fed them everything they wanted to eat and sent all the leftovers home. I was ready once that fourth day came. So, but they were a bunch of jewels. The other thing I've done in the last 2 weeks is we've done all of their school shopping. So I took each one of the kids by themselves, and my sister-in-law went along. My sister-in-law and I took them for their own special little shopping trips for school clothes. And then we did all their school supplies. And I can't believe how costly it is for school supplies. It was about $75 per kid. That did not include their backpacks. This was just their pencils, pens, markers, folders. I couldn't believe, and glue. They had to have glue sticks. They had to have glue bottles. They had to have colored pencils. They had to have markers, and I'm talking 2 6th graders and a 2nd grader. It was banana. I mean, I just can't believe how much it costs these days to get kids into school. So, yeah. So, but that's all done. And I finally got to come up here and show you some finished projects. The first one I'm going to show you because it's in my hand and I need to put them down to be able to show you other things. I had a friend of mine who also crochets. She also does plushies. Ask me if I could do these two guys. And because she had her grandchildren up here from Kentucky, she didn't have time. And so I told her, I said, yep, I can whip those out. And this is a smaller pattern. I know you've seen me do, these characters before. This pattern is just about about 7-8 inches. These worked up very quick. I think, and I used Parfait Chunky. I can get at least three out of the, a skein of this is a peach and this is kind of a tangerine. And then the 2 colors of blue. So I can get several out of the skeins. So they're very cost effective. One of the things I did do is I changed the eyes just a tad bit because the pattern shows cutting felt and using the felt on the eyes. The first set of these, I crocheted the eyes with the Parfait Chunky, and it just looked like their eyes were bulging out by about an inch. This set, I used 4-weight white and black for the eyes, and I like them so much better. This is a smaller circle for the eye than this one, but they look really good. So they're not overly stuffed, but the little girl that received the other set was as thrilled as she could be. You'd think you had given her a pot of gold. I think she's 6 or 7. And I will link this all the patterns I have. I will link them below, and that way you can kind of see where I got these from. But this is one of the things I have done. This one I really don't have a pattern for because I don't. I kind of winged it. I have done a matching game with chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so the top sides are chocolate chip cookies. The colors are on the bottom. And these are basically 12 double crochets in a either your chain 2 or your magic circle. And then I did 2 double crochets in each stitch. So this was 12, this is 24. I did the same thing for the tops. I used a darker brown for the chocolate chips, and I just randomly, sewed those through. So then this is what the cookies are going to go in. Okay. I made a large chocolate chip cookie. I know it kind of looks like a hat, but they'll all go in here. And this is double crochets. I started with 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I started with 8, and I kept going out until I did, I don't know how many rounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did 10 rounds. The last 2, no, I did 10 rounds for the bottom. Now the top, I did 10 rounds, but then I have 2 that were the same, so it kind of gives it a beveled look when all the cookies are in it. And this one, I held the dark brown yarn as I went through, and I did like my double crochets every so often. I would do a brown one instead of a tan one. So that is my chocolate chip cookie matching game. The only thing I have left to do is I need to put a button on so that the cookies stay inside the mama cookie. Is that what you call it? The mama cookie? The big cookie? And I have done the turtle matching game. And I've actually started one with frogs. And it was a little more involved than I thought it was. And so I kind of I put it aside. I'm going to finish it. Just not sure. It might be later on. My goal is to have it finished by Christmas and give it to the youngest grandbaby as a Christmas present. So, yeah. The last project, and I'm doing multiples. The last project I have is Emma the Elephant, and this pattern is off of Etsy. My girlfriend that also does plushies kind of clued me in on this one, and I just had to do some, and so Emma the Elephant. Now I've done 2 different things. I have really good English these days. I have 2 that have stitched on eyes because theoretically, for babies, younger than 3, you don't really want to use some of the safety eyes. And so this one, these are done out of Parfait Chunky. I think this is the seal gray. And then I used a ballet pink, I believe. And this is how I sewed the eyes. But, you know, they're not real big, but they're, there's her little tail. You know, kind of cute. And this one is the little boy I did with the sewn eyes. And I want to say he is out of Michael's Slim home, whatever their Slim or Light is, because he's just a tad bit bigger. But I had ran out of my other gray, so when I ordered this, and this is Michael's also, the color plushy yarn. So those are the two with the stitched on eyes. And then I did 3 with safety eyes. And this is my little girly. Her bow kind of takes over. She is with Parfait Chunky, and then this is the Bloom from Parfait. I gave her little eyes. I did some eyelashes. And they do sit really well. And this is made to be a sitting elephant. So they do sit really well. And so that's her. And then I did a blue one. Again, both of these are Parfait Chunky. Little bit of detail with the eyes, just to give him a little character. And his eyes are blue in there. So, and then this is the last one I did. This again is the Michael's yarn, because I had ran out of the Parfait Chunky. He's kind of a neutral little guy. Didn't put too much accessory on the eyes. The only thing I think is his ears are a little too far back. But you know, that's a placement issue. And you know, elephant ears are elephant ears, right? So, but these are the elephants I have made. I think they're pretty doggone cute. So this is Emma the Elephant pattern, and I will put it below, right? I've also got a couple of other new patterns that I'm starting to work up, and you'll see those in the next couple of videos. Right now I have an entire basket full of parts and pieces. I've been doing unicorn pieces and triceratop pieces, so I should finish up all the pieces tonight, and then it's probably going to take me a couple of days to get them all put together. Some days I get like that. I just want to crochet pieces because I'm not in the mood to assemble. So now I really need to find my assembly crojo so that I can get them put together. I picked up a market. I will be doing a 3-day market. I have never done a 3-day market before. I've never done a multiple day market. But this one is going to be in a little town about 25 miles from me. It's a Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday. And it just happens to be a week that I am off work, because in a couple of days, our semester for the college I work for ends, and I have like 2.5 weeks off before I go back. And that market is right before I go back. And so I'm hoping that's going to be a good one. I really don't have anything to reference it to, because I've never even walked through it. But I thought, shoot, for $25, we can go see what happens. So I'm happy to kind of pick that one up, and we'll get that one going. And so I'm trying to, after I get all of my parts and pieces put together, I'm going to start working on backpack buddies. I watched a video today and I wish I could, if I can remember who it is, I'll put it on there for you. But, or maybe it was one of the websites. I am not sure. somebody had a market just in the last several days, and they said backpack buddies were a big hit, and they sold quite a few of them. So that's my next thing to start working on, is some of those keychains, backpack buddies, small items. And yeah, so I'm going to try and get some of those done up. I did get a big yarn order from Michaels when they had their, well, no, they weren't on sale. They had gone, their Home Slim and whatever the other one is, had gone off sale. But then there was a 40% off coupon of all your regular price. So I ended up getting the Michaels big balls for $6.99 each. And then I ordered enough that I got free shipping. So I think I got 20 or 21 different color, well, not different colors, but 21 skeins, because I know I got 4 white, because I pretty much have depleted my plushy white. And so, but I got a few other colors. I'm kind of testing the waters with the Michaels yarn. The one thing I have noticed is that it is not as it doesn't leave as much fluffies all over the place. A little bit off of the end, excuse me, but not near like some of the parfaits I've been using. I stand up and I have to like vacuum my carpet every day after I use some of the parfait chunkies. This doesn't seem to be as bad. It is a little bit thicker than the parfait chunky, but not as thick as the Bernat. We're giving it a whirl. See what happens, So I actually have a nice little variety of all 3 brands, and so it depends on what I'm making is what yarn I'm using, and I think that might just be the way to go. Just have a little bit of all of them, because you can never have too much yarn, right? I haven't bought a lot of 4-weight lately, except for I did go into Joann's and I got stripes, because several of the things I do, I use the Red Heart stripes, and I really don't have much. I've only got a couple here. So I got like 4 of the retro stripe, because I really use that a lot. And then I got 1 or 2 of all the rest of them. And because sometimes I just like the way the colors change and do some stuff like that. So but I'll show you some of my yarn purchases in the next video, which I hope is not going to be 2 weeks down the road. I am going to get it in at the end of this week, I promise. So but anyway, I've been awfully chatty. I'm up to 18 minutes. Whoa! See what happens when I don't get to see you all very often? Anyway, I'm going to go back downstairs, and I'm going to work on the last 3 pieces to my Triceratops, and then I'm going to start assembling so that we have something to show the next time. You all have a great day. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing, and I will see you in the next round. Crochet away, everybody.